Hello, so today what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to use the recycling bin. Now, I know that sounds funny, but some new users might not even know what that is, and um, it can be kind of daunting learning Windows at first because you have all this stuff right here. You have all these different things. So, my recycling bin is right up here. I always like to have it on the top left. Um, it's just my preference. You can move it wherever you like, but I like to have it on my top left. So I'm going to double click that, and as you can see, I got a bunch of videos. So what I like to do is I like to highlight it all. So what I do is on my left click, I don't let go. I hold it down the whole time, and I highlight everything, and then I right click, and it'll give me a bunch of options. I can click properties, and properties is basically just going to show me a bunch of information that we don't need to worry about right now because obviously I want to delete this. So I'm going to delete it. Boom. And I'll ask you, are you sure you want to permanently delete these items? Well, I have thought it through, and man, do I really? Yes, I want to get rid of them. So I'm going to hit yes, and it says this folder is empty. So, haha, there we go. So that is our recycling bin. Basically, there's management tools. You can hit manage and empty the whole recycle bin, or whenever you have actually items in here, you can restore them to the to their previous location before obviously you try to delete them. So there's that. That's recycling bin, and then I'm also going to show you some cool things about Windows. So if you hit this little Windows bar right here, this little icon right here, and then you want to go up and you want to hit settings, it's going to bring up a whole bunch of stuff, which is awesome. So we're going to go through system first. Just going to show you a little bit of things. So this is where you can edit your display, which is awesome. You can set your set the way that everything looks. Um, Here's apps and features. It's going to take a minute to load for me. Might not take as long for you, but I have a lot of stuff. So as you can see, I have so many things, and I can scroll through that, and my computer's being dumb because I'm recording. So of course that happens. And you can go through your power and sleep, your battery settings. Gonna hit power and sleep. So this is, you want your battery power to turn off after, for the screen anyways, to turn off after 5 minutes when plugged in, turn off after blah blah blah, and you can go through additional power settings. Just left click that, and here's battery. So this is the actual battery saving, or battery setting. Sorry. Here's an overview, battery usage by app. You can click that. You can see what apps using a certain amount of battery. You can get statistics. As you can see, this is like using a little over half of my battery because I'm defragmenting my disk, and that just means that this right here is just rearranging all the information on my disk right now. That's all we really need to know at the moment. Just organizing it up. So I can go back and I can click on the little gear, and it'll bring me back to my settings. We can project to the PC, do tablet mode, all sorts of cool stuff. Here's devices where you can see all your printers and scanners. None of these are mine, so I don't know why it's there. I'm just kidding. It sometimes shows you available printers, and it'll also show you printers that you have once been hooked up to. So that's awesome. So connected devices, you can add a device. You can just click this in case if you need to add a device. Here's Bluetooth. You can turn it on if you have this option, but if you don't, you can't do anything with it. There's mouse and touchpad. You can edit this, USB, autoplay, all sorts of cool stuff. There's network and internet. This is probably one of my most used ones because I love messing with my network. But you can do all sorts of cool stuff on that. Personalization, which is pretty common. You can set your pictures. You can choose how it fits. Do you want it to be scaled? Do you want it to be centered? You can choose your color themes, which I just keep it normal, default settings because I'm lame. Here's time and language, ease of access, privacy, and updating security. So that's it for this video. That's your settings right here, which you can also access from that right there. So that was your recycling bin, and that was your settings. And good luck. I hope that you enjoy Windows 10.